All right,
Okay.
we're back.
All right. This is going to be an official part two. Hopefully that does not happen again. And we have no explanation as to why we're all going to go to bed tonight hearing my voice in your head over and over. But let's try this again. Rob, we were in a groove. I think we were coming around to talking about the USTE being an expo and how much attention you guys put on the vendors. And that itself is something unique. But I know we were talking about the classes, but moving on, you guys do so much for the vendor. Rolling out a red carpet is an understatement. You make every vendor feel so welcome and give them an opportunity to maybe promote and share what is new. And that is a bravo to you and a thank you for doing something so much for the vendor.
That that goes right back to our mission statement, right? That's the Ultimate Scale Truck Expo's mission, is to connect manufacturers, that's you, Mike, right? To connect manufacturers, artisans, and enthusiasts by using meaningful person-to-person interactions.
New, and that is.
Good.
All right, got it? You're good.
So yeah, I mean, that's, we've been, Amanda and I have been all over the country. We've been out of the country to lots of RC events. So we're well traveled. I've been doing RC since the mid '80s. I've been around a little while, you know. I've raced on road, off road, buggy, 8 scale, dirt, asphalt, super speedway. I've kind of done it all, and so I'm well versed with events and how they're run well and not well. And I try to keep mine pretty organized and pretty tight, right? I don't. It flows on a schedule, and if you miss out, so sorry, because it's got it now. It has to be. Where that volume, and it just has to be that way now. And some people miss out a little bit and they get upset, and you know, eventually they come around when they look at the parking lot and they can't find their car. You know,
you might get a few upset, but the majority appreciate having something professional, organized, and punctual. When the show and shine is posted for 8:30 a.m. sharp, it starts at 8:30 a.m. sharp, and that means a lot. You're a good man on the mic. You are a good MC. You take the time to set boundaries, make everyone respectful, and you want everyone to have a good time, but at the same time be professional. You know, the things you do for Operation 11 Charlie are over the top.
Yeah, those guys are top shelf. They are top shelf. We support them 100%. So it's funny you're talking about on the mic and how I've there's some behind the stuff, some health issues over the last 18 months that very few people know about, and it affected my my mental state. We'll leave it at that. And so for what it's worth, not this year, but the year prior, I was pretty harsh on the mic because I was just fried. This year, do you remember? Either of you guys remember, Peter? You remember there was a guest on site that had a small dog that took a turd in the infield. Do you both remember that? And she didn't pick it up.
Yes, I remember that.
You remember what I did on the microphone? Yep. You should have seen what I did to her behind the scenes, because you don't know that. That was my sister.
Oh.
So I don't care who you are,
or
what your relationship is with anybody. The rules are the rules, and that's just how it has to be. Just for what it's worth, because some people are like, "Oh, he's this and he's that and he's whatever," and I'm like, "Well, I mean, I love my sister a lot, and we have a lot of fun, and she can be just hilariously goofy, and we both can be, but like, come on, man." I had more people text me when that happened, and I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me." And I didn't know who it was at that point. I had no idea. Then they texted me her picture, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Anyways, so
well,
yeah.
I think I think one of the thing is, and Mike's been to a lot of events, so have I. I mean, setting the ground rules, right? You know, when you first start the event, the announcements throughout the day. Me being in the real world life, I do medical and dental trade shows. So, the organization of the booths, setting the ground rules, the huddles and all that, more information is better. And I think you and your team do a fantastic job from day one of when it opens to when it closes to the giveaways to everything. Everybody's informed throughout the day. Information. I've been to events where I just show up and wheel and I don't even know what's going on because there's no MC, there's nobody communicating that information throughout the day. No matter where I was on the trail or on the field, I always knew what was going on at what time, where the classes were, the social media, you got the nailed down, the schedules nailed down, and you execute on site. And, hats off to your team, to you. It's just a well-organized, I'm very impressed every year I
You
go.
said it right, Pete. Team. And Rob never takes credit for himself and says that this is me. He will always put this small army out there and call them out and thank them.
Yep.
It takes an army, and you guys do it right.
Yeah, I don't. I do. If it were up to me, I'll be totally honest with you guys. I'd just soon go here. Somebody else do all this other behind the scenes garbage, and you let me just go build trails, and then that's all I would do. No phone calls, emails, no. I mean, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. It's ridiculous. And it's just that's part of it now. That.
Well,
that
we
is the
are
role.
in June right now, so
Yep.
this is going to start coming full circle and start getting a lot busier for you very quickly. What are
yeah.
the dates? What are the dates for the 2023 USTE?
Oh, that's something Joy didn't leave me in my notes.
Okay.
Oh. But it's February 17, 18, and 19.
Okay.
Amanda was on it.
Panda to the rescue. Anything new? Anything on the books that you can share that maybe something
There's
different?
always new, Mike. You know that. Like every year we have new. So yes, we are currently pursuing, baseball hats, right? Everybody loves baseball hats, right? You got the Reach hat, right? Baseball hats are like a thing, right? So we found a company. There you go. Yeah, we found a company that we're trying to work with that will do full custom hats, but I don't mean like just like this is a custom hat. It's embroidered.
Yep.
This is a Richardson 115. It's a lower profile crown, and Richardson hats, everybody's familiar with them. They're kind of the standard. Well, we found a company that's on par with Richardson. It's all custom, all the fabric, all the embroidery, all the stitching, even the label inside the hat will say Ultimate Scale Truck Expo.
Wow.
And the price point should be on par with these hats. So I am like super excited about that because I'm like a baseball hat junkie. So that's just something new. Like the off season now, we're constantly like, you saw these, right? The coasters that we have for drinks.
Nice.
So it's things like this that we're trying to market through different places, and we have them send us samples, which is like, and Joy says research on where to purchase the best items and get samples of those items before the event. So I have like, so this was USTE #1, and this was a gift from Tara that does all of our graphics.
Wow.
She gave this mug to me. So
Very cool.
I don't use it because I'm afraid it'll break. So this year is what, year 6, 7? I don't even know. And so I took and I said, you know what? We need mugs. So here's a few of our photo winners.
Yeah, there's my truck.
I think I see your truck, Pete.
I got to get that.
Oh, is that Jeremy's? I think I see Jeremy on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do I get one?
That's Jeremy. This is Lou Nichols. This is Kevin Lutz. He won the photo contest the other year.
Yep.
There's the
and there's Pete's truck down the bottom.
Yep,
Mine's just
right
on
there,
the
right?
outside
Yep.
of that. Yeah.
So anyways, we got coffee mugs made this year, and
So it's important to get the brand out there, get the name USTE out.
Yep.
And you're always looking to recruit new people. That's a plus. And I love seeing the expression on new people. That first time when they come to USTE, it's an oh wow moment. But the one thing that USTE gets is a ton of repeat. You've got a lot of 6-7 year people that have been coming back every year. And that's not easy to get people to come back. that many times in a row, and you got to be doing something right.
Well, it's a learning curve. Like I said, this is not I'm not a professional event organizer, but I know it makes a good event, or at least I think I do. And I know for me personally, I have I've been to comps and I recon G6s and G6s in general.
Yep.
And G6 is my style of event. I don't want to I don't want to have to prove that I'm a better driver or I only get to drive for this many minutes on this one course in this specific class. Like, heck with that, man. I just want to go drive my dollhouse truck with my buddies and have a good time and follow the leader. You know what I mean?
And you're not going to destroy your truck. So if you spend 2,000 hours working on this custom truck, this is a trail that you can drive, and rest assured, you're not going to destroy it. We want you to take that build that you spent so many hours working on, go out and enjoy it. And why can you enjoy it so much? Because if I paint a scene for you, when you come to USTE and you get on a trail and you step back, there's groove marks that are going into these trails that looks like a truck has been driving through them the last 25 years. And the way you groom that and give that, you can't get a better photograph than at USTE. Some of the best photos I have posted on Instagram are all a USTE backdrop.
Yeah, my favorite thing is seeing other well-known vendors that
Nice.
that have come out to our trail system and have taken photos to promote their vehicles and their brands, and they were all taken at USTE. Matter of fact, I got the newest edition of RC Car Action, the centerfold spread, and I was looking at the photos and I'm like, that's at USTE, that's at USTE, that was at USTE.
What is the big SCX6 Jeep? That one? No, the cover photo?
No, it wasn't the cover photo. It was actually in the magazine, in the article, and there were several photos in there from USTE.
Wow.
So that's pretty flattering to me. At least I think so. But I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen RC four-wheel drive post. Matter of fact, they even tried to promote one of their own events by using photos from ours, which
From
is
your
great.
event.
That's
well,
that's great.
your trails are set up with such cool diorama, little scenery. There's so much. This is one of the great ones, Pete, with that trail map. I love that one.
Yeah, that's Tyler. Yeah.
Oh, is that Tyler's truck? Oh,
Yeah.
Pete wrote that, help with that article. You know this one, Pete.
Yep.
That's Tyler Slane. Very cool article. Big shout out to Tyler.
Yeah.
Great article. And yes, that man right there, Rob, that was his first year at USTE. This is one of the guys I was talking about. To see that reaction on a first timer at USTE, and he was so hyped back at the hotel, passionate for you growing the scale scene through USTE, no doubt.
Yep, that's fantastic. Really good job. Really good truck too for the first time coming. That's great.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Well, we coached.
And there's his truck. There's his truck right there next to mine.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
You see it? Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
Tyler is a good dude.
So speaking, before we end, going back to your gallery, this is a truck, like you said, scale is different to everybody. I spent months and months on this thing, and when all the trucks lined up in this specific area, I was blown away. I was like, I thought this truck was scaled out, and then when I saw other people, I told Mike, I said, wow, this is on a whole nother level. But like I said, I learned something, I learned something different every year. So, but great photos.
Hey, Rob, I'm going to start wrapping us up here because I do not want to end up in divorce court. I'm like dealing with the wife telling me 4 minutes, I'm leaving. So we're going to go see some fireworks.
That sounds awesome.
I hate to cut this short, and I apologize that you got shafted there earlier on.
Nope.
Hey, it's the world of electronics. There's always a glitch.
Yeah, and what we could do is we can edit the reel.
We'll group it all
we
back
might be able to combine it, or we can cut it. We could definitely cut it out.
The main point of tonight was really to let Rob come out here and just let people appreciate how much is going on even in the off season, if you can call it that, and all the preparation, when one USTE ends, you're automatically thinking about the next one already.
Well,
And
a lot of times, actually, the last 2 or 3 years, I'm thinking about the next one during
you're already,
USTE.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Well, I think
I'm making
you were
notes in my
talking
phone.
me. Go ahead.
It's crazy. I'm constantly writing things down, and I'm telling Joy or telling Amanda, hey, we can change this next year. Somebody write this down, because I'll forget. Like, my brain is a million miles an hour, so I have a thought, this is awesome, and then as soon as I have it, it's gone. So I'm like trying to tell everybody else, like, don't forget this.
So the 17th through the 19th. I see.
Yeah, 17th through the 19th in February. Awesome. Well, Rob, I'm going to say my goodbyes to you and let Peter sign you off. Thank you again. We'll get you back on here come October, November, when we start getting back
Sure.
in full swing and talking, registration for 2023. So until then, enjoy the rest of your summer. And it was great seeing you, Rob.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike.
All right, Mike. All right, Rob, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And like we said, we'll do a little editing work. I have to investigate the YouTube live on what transpired on that. Haven't had that happen yet at any show we did, so it's interesting. But yeah, like I said, great event for all the viewers that watch this, next week or whatever. Rob works full time, and his team, he's got a great team behind him. Great event. It gets better every year. I look forward to it every year. And Rob, thank you. Thank you, Amanda and Joy and your whole team. And we look forward to seeing you in 2023, man.
Yep. Thanks, Pete, very much. We're
Thank
glad
you.
to have you. Keep working on that truck.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as too many details.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm gonna have windshield wipers that move next.
All in the
Sweet.
details.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
All right.